Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to a special edition, special Tuesday night edition of Nick's Knowledge and Notions. And it's a special Tuesday edition because it's our anniversary. Happy first anniversary to DJ the Money Coach. 1 year on the internet, on social media, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Fresh website too. Throw that in there also. Shout out to Renee for hooking that up for us. So what's up, DJ? How you feeling? Happy first anniversary to
Man,
you
dude,
and
I'm
us.
excited, man, because we on the right pathway. We doing great work. We doing God's work, the Most High's work. And man, you know what? Here's the thing: when you're doing the right thing, man, as a leader, you have to expect opportunities in disguise. They may come as what you think are obstacles and challenges. They're really only nothing but major opportunities because you're about to take a quantum leap to the next level. So I'm excited. Yeah, I didn't know. Today is officially for 2021, 1 year on these platforms. Now, it's not 1 year in business because we've been doing this for 20 years, baby. But we are officially 1 year on these platforms, getting this word out and helping, thousands of people, in the process. And tonight, man, we want to help as many people as we possibly can, Nick, and we want to share all our goodies with them absolutely free because tomorrow we're going to do a live webinar and it's going to be free. So first thing you need to do right now, guys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, is you need to register for this free webinar because it's going to be lights out. I'm telling you, we're going to show you $1 million projects. We're going to show you real estate. We're going to show you Forex. We're going to show you how to get your credit cleaned up. We're going to show you how to get incorporated. We're going to show you how to become self-employed. We're going to show you how to operate like a business real time. And we're going to have some powerful people on there giving away hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars worth of great information. So first thing you need to do is register for the free live webinar tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern time. That's the first thing you need to do. Okay. So yeah, man, I'm fired up, bro. And congratulations to you, Nick, for rolling with us and taking on the responsibilities as the business manager. And mind you, ladies and gentlemen, Nick is an English teacher, but he's a fast learner and he's well adept at handling, multitasking and keeping our ducks in a row. And Nick has officially been our business manager for 1 whole year, but Nick has also been officially a member of the 7 Spheres of Money membership program for 2 years. So Nick actually came through our program and our Little Family Finance 101 course back in like August of 2019 when he first saw us on the scene with Urban X back in, I think it was May of 2019. So Nick has been riding with us since May of 2019. And then last year, after he got all his ducks in a row, knocked down amazing amount of debt, increased his credit score, decreased his insurance policy, become a business owner, started his own incorporation, got equity in this entity in of itself because we practice group economics here and cooperative economics. And also Nick's rolling in the Forex program with us. Nick is all in because he first started through the Family Finance 101 program that he got 3 hours of digital 18 module courses that he went through, whichever one was important for him at that time, worked his way out. And then he got into our program, helped him with his credit, helped get his car paid off early, put hundreds of dollars in his pocket monthly, which is going to turn out to be hundreds of thousands. And then I said, hey, man, Nick, you're a sharp guy. Hey, man, would you be, honored to, take on this role of, business manager for us? And even though Nick had never done it, I knew he was professional. I knew he would learn fast and his passion for the people. And he was a product of our system. It would work out well. As a matter of fact, it's worked out 20 times better than I can ever imagine. So, Nick, man, congratulations for you. And thank you very much for actually coming along this journey with us. And, man, the best is yet to come.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah.
That's jumping it off, brother.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's been a hell of a ride. And hey, yeah, we're only going up from here. We're only going up to here, for sure. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I mean, you mentioned the webinar that we're having tomorrow. I actually just posted the link in the chat for everybody. I remember when we did our first few webinars
Yeah, man, talk about it. Man. Talk about it. This is a year in review. This is the year in review.
Yeah.
So talk about it.
Oh yeah. I remember our first webinars back in, I believe, May. Yeah. I believe we did our first webinars in May. You know, we start with a brand new webinar system. As a matter of fact, DJ, you got an upgrade, you know, from the platform that you were previously using before we before DJ the Money Coach.
Talk about it, brother. Talk about it.
I remember sitting in those webinars, man. The sound is going in and out. Like I had to keep turning on the sound, and you know the whole thing is slowing down. There's so many people on there. You know, there's like 50, 100 people on there, and the whole system is just slowing down.
Yeah, one time we had like 220, and it crashed the system, man. And that's not a lot for a webinar, but it was a lot for us.
Yeah. So after that experience, you know, after seeing that, I'm like, yeah, that would be my piece of feedback for.
You know, I'm curious to ask you, man, why did you stick through all those technical gaps that we were having when you had been on many of webinars before? Why would you stick around, man? Because most time in this day and age, most people, if you ain't perfect in your audio, your aesthetics, you know, they be out because they looking for the bling bling. They looking for the sizzle, but they don't want the steak. So why did you stay on board? Because I'm curious. I never asked you that before. Yeah,
I mean you just kind of touched on it. Like I'm the type of person that doesn't get caught up in I guess like what you call the window dress. You know, I'm looking for the content more than the presentation. So you're not, you know, so no one's gonna fool me with a fancy package and you know, fancy effects and you know, good, you know, great advanced technology if the content isn't good. You know, so you're not gonna, no one's gonna pull the wool over my eyes with a fancy presentation. I'm still going to be looking out for the content. So that was it right there. You know, you in the 7 Spheres of Money team, you were bringing that fire content. You know, the content was so great that I looked past all the technical glitches. You know, so that's the answer right there.
So how many times before you attended the webinar had you seen me on the UrbanX platform that convinced you to pay for the web? Because that webinar was not free, but it was really free for me to you, though.
Right. yeah. For the price you were charging, might as well been free. Man, that was 2 years ago. Yeah, about 2 years ago. So I know.
So how many shows or interviews had you seen?
That's what I'm trying to remember.
You plugged into that interview that probably helped you stay along for the
definitely.
To get the content.
Yeah, it was a few interviews and long form interviews at that where you actually, you know, gave up some information in those interviews as well. So you know, in other cases when, you know, other folks they'll kind of tease the information but won't really give you anything. So then you're kind of like, is this really going to be worth it? Because you know, I can't really see the value yet, you know, because you're not, you know, that person's not really showing me that they know what they're talking about. You know, they're kind of leading on that they know what they're talking about, and they're going to show me once I, you know, give them my money and get into the door. But I'm like, I don't got that type of money to be taking those risks, you know, to see, okay, maybe they'll, you know, give me some good information once I get in. But you know, DJ, when you came onto the UrbanX platform, you were, you know, giving up some free information like you do on all these platforms. You know, on our platform, when you go on the Erica's platform, you were on Astoria's platform yesterday, and you gave up that free information about those life insurance tips. You know, just the fact that you gave up that information made me convinced that, okay, I can actually put money towards this and, you know, invest in this system and take a chance on it.
So basically, you, like most of us, because I go on high level webinars and I'll get that free information, but then I know when they have answered the stuff that I'm looking for, I'm ready to engage and spend the money. So it is nothing that's phenomenal. You know, you should get a test drive. Because if you ever go get a brand new car, you do get to test drive it. Even though millennials now, they don't even do the test drive. They just go to Carvana, order it out of the grocery store, and it's delivered to their door. Me, I'm old school. I still want to get a little test drive. So when I get well, I'm not a Mercedes guy. When I get the Lexus, which we have, I like to test drive it because, man, you're about to spend 40, 50 racks. That's a lot of money, baby. So yeah. I like to, even if you let me take it home and just drive it around a little bit to, make sure it feels good. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. Make sure you like
wrong with that. But when I'm ready and I know I put my plan together and this fits, then I invest in myself, which is what most people should do. So with that said, yeah, we went through some clunkiness. We still ironing out, the aesthetic things as well, but the content is real. And here's the funny thing. Check this out.
Yeah.
Occasionally I'll peek in and see what other people are doing, just to see what the entertainment value is. Because it seems that we're more in the entertainment, and a lot of us not ready for this real information to actually, execute it right away. Because here's what I'm gonna tell you: when you're sitting down with real business people, they don't play games.
Right.
They don't, like John and Carrie Ann said, they're not showing you commercials on the Super Bowl trying to show you, these characters for insurance, and I'll give you an example. So, State Farm has a character. They got Jake from State Farm. They got Flo from Progressive. They got Dennis Hasbert for Allstate. We're in good hands. And then they have that other dude that's a character actor that's always in the accidents. And a lot of that is to fool you about what they're really doing to you. It entertains you, so you will think that they're part of the community and it's funny. But when you got to hold their feet to the fire, it's not funny, right?
Right.
So when you sit down in a board meeting, you got to be about that business. And mind you, I am nowhere remotely close to being perfect ever, never will be. Make a lot of mistakes, honest mistakes. And as a very business productive person, a lot of times we're juggling so many big projects that sometimes we miss a couple of things. So first thing I'm going to say to everybody that's watching this, members or non-members or executive members, if I drop the ball, it wasn't intentional, and give me a little leeway to make it right for you. And if I don't make it right, I'm more than happy, make you whole.
I can actually speak on experience from that. Before I even became the business manager and joined the business, there was I remember one evening, me and you, we were supposed to have one of my sessions. And it was a night I was getting ready for parent teacher conferences, because I'm a teacher, and I ended up staying at work late. I'm like, oh shoot, I'm supposed to have a meeting with DJ. so I called DJ up on the phone, like, oh man, I'm going to have to reschedule, because I'm running a little bit late. And DJ was like, oh, I forgot we even had a meeting today. he was in another meeting himself. I think it was maybe it was after a storm or something that happened. And you were just getting your power back or something like that. He's like, yeah, I forgot we even had the meeting, so we'll just recalibrate. For the next week. I won't charge you for this meeting since we had to reschedule, and we just kept it rolling.
Yeah. And here's the thing is that a lot of times the people are moving. Oh man, thank you very much. Thank you very much. A lot of times when people are at our level, and again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to pump myself up. That's not what I do. But if you've been in any profession 5 years, you're serious about it. You got a great work ethic. You have a plan. You have goals. You're generally going to accomplish a lot in a short period of time. I have never met a professional that has worked in the industry 5 years, they had a plan, they had a great work ethic, and bust their butt. That didn't make six figures. I have never met a business owner that was in the right industry that 5 to 7 years, that had a plan, a great work ethic, a system that didn't have 7 figures in revenues. And emphasis on serious professional. Why do I say that? Because when you get 20 years in any profession doing it over and over, a lot of times you're going to be dealing at the highest level of the industry. What do I mean? You're going to have people like Chase Bank contacting you to want to do events with you. Facts? Yes or no?
That's Nick. A fact. Yep.
Facts. You're going to have companies like JamPro. JamPro is the largest cleaning company, commercial cleaning company in North America and Canada. Do we not just do a webinar for a franchise, major franchise under the JamPro umbrella a couple of weeks ago?
Yes, we did.
And we're working on a pilot program with them that potentially could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Potentially could be worth millions if it goes all the way up to JamPro International. Why am I saying that? Is that if I were, the Bonista or the Budgetista or any famous person who's supposed to be, par excellence in the financial education sector, 9 out of 10 times, you're not going to get them personally. 9 out of 10 times, you're not going to get them personally. I know everybody knows who Dave Ramsey is. Everybody probably knows who Susie Orman is. Where they are right now, you're not going to be able to talk to them personally. Why? Because they got a lot of people to work for them, and they just don't do this one-on-one stuff anymore. Let me share this with you. I mean, not only, do I have an above, 821 credit score, I can't find my other credit score, which is really 827. Not only am I totally consumer debt free, not only do we have real estate, invest in startup companies, have a Forex fund. Not only do we do venture capital, deals that are 7 figures. So most of our time is dealing in that segment to bring more value to our community, to make these things accessible. So what I try to do is personally be available to every person that signs up for our significant programs where they will talk to me personally. And typically, you know what happens, Nick? What's people that? In this position, they don't talk to you no more. They say, talk to Nick, talk to whomever else is on our team at a lower level. And this goes to the E-Myth. When it talks about, structure, organizational charts, usually they purposely, because they have the lifestyle, they don't ever deal with that. And you may, like Grant Cardone, see him at a major conference that you pay $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 for. And if you want to rock with them personally, like Patrick Bet-David, it's $5,000 to $10,000 for 2-3 hours at a time. Mm-hmm. Why do I say that? I have the same skills that those people have, and I can bring you 90% of the same stuff that they bring you. Now, I don't do commercial real estate nowhere near the level that Grant Cardone does. However, from 2005 to 2008, we did a lot of commercial real estate. We were buying 27 unit, 72 unit buildings. I used to be an owner of a minority owner of a mortgage banker company where we would actually do all the loans. So what I'm saying is, when people are at that level, they have the lifestyle that they don't do this kind of work and get down with the ordinary Jack and Jane or Shaniqua and Pookie. But I still do. Not because I have to, but because I want to continue to give back to our community. And sometimes our schedules get so busy that we make a fall and we forget that we have that schedule because we're trying to close these bigger deals. But it's no excuse, because every person is more than important to us than anybody. So I want to share that with you, as part of this anniversary, because lately we've been so busy. I've missed an appointment or two because I'm human. Because what we usually do, Nick, we square up on Saturday night, right?
Yep.
I give you my calendar that I know of, and then you give me the calendar with the appointments to come in that I don't know about, to hit on the calendar or whatever, and you say, hey, this is what you got. And then sometimes they just double book.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's life. But what we try to do, if that happens, we try to make you whole and get your thing. So here's what I'm gonna say to the people out there too. So some people we've engaged with that have gotten sick with COVID. Some people had family situations about their job, and then they weren't able to make an appointment, and then we rescheduled with them. And then sometimes we had situations like when the snowstorm happened down here, cut out all our power. I still made those appointments, and there's 1 or 2 that I missed. So if I missed your appointment, get in touch with Nick at DJTheMoneyCoach.com, and we will give you that appointment. if we have a scheduled time where I normally meet with people, like today is Tuesday, generally when I meet with people in the executive membership program, it's the same time, the same day of the week. Because that way I'll mentally know it because I have a real sharp memory, and that way I can get you lined up. So if we miss one or two, don't think that we stopped and forgot about you. Hey, just hit us up. We don't mind. Hit us up. Please hit us up. And we'll get the calendar straightened out, and then we'll keep moving. But also remind you that we're trying to bring you Nordstrom's to a Walmart price point. I'm going to say that again. We're trying to bring you Nordstrom's at a Walmart price point. But I ain't Walmart. And this ain't a Walmart platform. But we're trying to make it feasible where you can invest and get the right things you have. So that's what I wanted to share with them. So what are some other observations we have? And I think we got one of our core players in the queue, right?
We got Coach Melvin backstage.
Yeah, let's bring Melvin on, because we're going to be giving out some amazing stuff, and we're only doing this one time only, folks. And I know people hear that in sales pitches, and a lot of times people are just selling you flat. So this is Melvin Hobson. Melvin is a registered investment advisor, Security 65, SPHR certified, which is the highest certification you can have in the HR business. And if you don't know what a registered investment advisor is, that's a person who has passed the Series 7 and the Series 65, which means, one, they can invest in stocks of all kinds, options and everything, because that's a sophisticated license. It's equivalent to being an accredited investor if you're a personally accredited investor. An accredited investor, ladies and gentlemen, is a person that's an individual that has made $200,000 for 3 years consecutively based on their tax returns, and they have a net worth of $1.5 million outside of their house and their car. Okay, so Melvin has a 65 license. That gives him the ability to manage large pools of money, like your 401k, your 403b, your 457, your 401a, all of those. And Melvin's been doing this for 17 years. So a lot of times you guys and gals jump on these platforms and you get financial investment advice for people who just read a book 3 weeks ago. Better yet, y'all might get advice for somebody who was doing it 2 years ago and they stumbled into $1 million. And then all of a sudden, you're giving them hundreds and thousands of dollars of your money, and they have never had a downside. And number one, if they're out there giving you financial advice on stocks and security assets, like I've seen some kids doing it that are doing swing trades, making $7,000, $8,000, and they're charging coaching fees of $3,500 per, that's actually illegal. So this is Melvin Hobson, who's been on my team together as my partner for 17 years and has managed millions of dollars, manages my personal portfolio and a lot of businesses that we work with, their employees' portfolios. Melvin, what's happening, brother? It's our 1 year anniversary, so talk to the people.
Congratulations, DJ, on 1 year's, on the internet. Like you said, we've worked together now for, since 04, 17 years, man. So congratulations, 1 year live. 1 year live. That is fantastic. I wanted to, first of all, congratulate you. Nick, you're doing a great job. DJ, you're trying to keep it straight to the folks. I appreciate that. I wanted to give you something, to the audience out there. DJ, anybody who's coming to work with you at the highest level there, I want to give them access to, and quite frankly, I'm going to pick up the cost of it, for them to get their will straight. And that's the durable power of attorney, the medical power of attorney as well. I want to make sure that if something happens to someone, we just heard the verdict on the Floyd case, all right?
Oh,
everybody's going to get $26 million.
I haven't watched TV. What happened?
Well, I'm just telling you. Okay. The gentleman got found guilty on all 3 counts. So there is hope for America that we can get it correct. Okay. But more importantly,
back to the wheel, man.
Back to the wheels. Everybody's not going to have a $26 million case, but if you have one and you don't have a will in place, the state's going to get a third of that. So it's so very important to have a will. That's the only reason why I even mention it.
There's individuals
who
only have a state worth $30 $30,000. They don't need a will for that, do they, Melvin?
If you don't have a will, the state will determine where your money goes and who gets it. And just like your job, taxes get taken out first. The attorneys who decide who goes to Pookie, who goes to your son, who goes to the grandkids, the attorneys get paid first. Then they tell you where to go.
And what they call it when you don't have a will, it's called what? What's the legal term?
Testate or something to that effect.
Testate, yeah. So
yes.
And how long, even if you had a little bit of money, how long could it foreseeably be tied up in the courts?
In the pandemic, post-COVID, it can take 2 to 3 years.
Wow.
That's for little or no money. I mentioned Floyd because, quite frankly, he's passing off phony bills. He had no money. But now his estate got some money. So even if you don't have a lot of money, come on now.
That's still
you passing off phony bills.
He's intestate because he didn't have a will.
Exactly. He didn't have a will.
Aretha Franklin didn't have a will.
Didn't have a will.
Prince didn't have a will.
Didn't have a will.
So imagine
exactly.
They rolling with hundreds of millions, no will. What's going to happen to, John and James, Shaniqua, and Jakeem?
Hey, you know what? All their money gonna be held up in court for 2-3 years. The state's gonna take a third of it in legal fees before their kids. Don't let them have, a couple baby mamas. The babies aren't gonna get taken care of. The babies' mamas aren't gonna get taken care of because the state gonna get the money first.
But we have mostly professionals watching this show, Nick. I mean, Melvin. So they gonna say that ain't me.
Exactly.
I ain't in the hood. But what about those people?
For those people,
we haven't had any people like that we've talked to on the one-on-one, have we?
We work at the Middle America, man. Come on now, everybody's not six figures. Some people got 2 incomes, both making 50,000 a piece. So together they make 6 figures.
Right.
And quite frankly, they want to start a job, they want to start a business. Okay. My attorneys will talk to them about their business for free. Okay. If it makes sense for them to do more than just a will, they get in a 30-minute consultation with my attorneys to talk to them about their business as well.
And typically, how much would some of that cost at the low level? Because some people are like, man, I can do that myself. You got a lot of do-it-yourself.
Right. Yes.
And they run through the thing like Quicket or whatever.
Legal Zoom, quick. Yeah. The thing of it is that only a fool operates on himself, even if he is a doctor. Okay, you need to get a professional who can look at your situation without the emotion.
Right.
Something like this can cost $300-400.
$300-400.
And that's if it's simple. If you need more than that, if you need the trust, if you want to set up an LLC, that's just the beginning. We've talked about setting up an LLC, but what about the S corporation?
But everybody's out here professional, man. I could just hop on the internet, man. I can give me an LLC for $300. Probably some states I can do it for $125. So why would I need you?
Again, I'm giving the will to you and your clients. Congratulations for 1 year. Why do they need me? Because no matter how good you are, your bandwidth is only so large. You just talked about it yourself.
Exactly.
Only a fool will operate on himself, even if he or she is a doctor. You can't see behind your back to operate on.
Man, ain't that the truth? And they tell you, even if you're a lawyer, don't represent yourself in court.
Exactly. Don't represent yourself in court.
Right. That's only a fool's place. So matter of fact, ladies and gentlemen, I'm getting my will re-updated as well, so I can take advantage of this also. So man, that's phenomenal. So because everybody, man, that right there is more than enough value than anything else we're going to offer them. But that's plus. But it all starts right. Is it funny you said that, Melvin? Matter of fact, you need to reach out to one of our members. And he has a will and a trust situation right now. He called me earlier today. So I'll send that information. This real talk, real talk.
Okay.
He's a great guy, and his name is Ross, and he's a great guy. And you've talked to him before, and Ross is smart. Ross will seek us out, ask us information, blah, 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 blah. I said, hey, man, first person you need to talk to is talk to Melvin. I didn't even know that you were going to provide this opportunity to speak, man. That is rock solid. And I was telling Nick before you came on, that every now and then I will jump in and look at a couple of people who are doing financial education, who are not certified financial educators, or they just took a course, because there's you can get your Walmart or your internet course, and I'm now a financial educator because I got myself out of debt. Oh, you did this yesterday, but you're gonna know more about what financial education and the laws, everything. And I've been doing this for 20 years. I'm gonna let that creep in. So I might have seen a thing or two. Matter of fact, there's an insurance commercial with what's those guys called? Well, this guy, he always talk about they had these little crash examples, and they say, well, we might have know a thing about a thing or two.
Farmers,
yeah.
yes.
So
you got the badger that chews up a tree, falls on the house.
Right. We've had that happen, so we already have a case study.
Right.
And that's what we're trying to share with you, ladies and gentlemen, is that 9 out of 10 times when you come and talk to Melvin, he's going to already had a case study and experience in that, not once, probably about 7, 8, 9, 10 times. Definitely
a few times, most definitely.
You know what I'm saying, Melvin? Right?
Most definitely, yes. And I listen. I'm real people. I understand. If you haven't fallen down in life, then you haven't lived much life. Okay.
Right.
So I believe somebody else said that, and it's very true. You have to live life. You have to go through some growing pains for you to understand and have a sense of compassion for what people are going through. People don't always want to know how much you know. They want to know if you're listening to them and their situation. If you're listening to them and their situation, then they know you care about them and their situation. Because stuff changes. You set up a portfolio on the retirement path for 2050. There's a lot of things that's going to happen to you as an individual between now and 2050 that system is not going to just know. And if you don't talk to them, if they don't call you or reach out to you, they're not going to know that you just had a kid. And the kid you had was twins. And now you need to change your contributions. Or you need to update your will, update your trust. Because, as they say sometimes, you have a new spouse. So you got kids, new spouse, new job, different things happen in life.
You got to change everything. You got to change Social Security. You got to change your pension. You got to do all those things. So Melvin, as a chartered senior financial planner, certified estate advisor for 17 years with a Series 65, a Series 7, and an SPHR, what would you recommend that the average professional that is single, that's making 45, and the average professional that's 2 household income today, which could be anybody together that makes, a couple of $100,000, what should they do once or twice a year, regardless of their situation? What should be some things that they should update, look at, and make sure that the ducks are in a row? And if that's the worst thing that they do, they might be all right.
Well, number one, you want to have a will. Like I said, if you don't have one, you got to get it. You got to get one. It may even make sense for you to get a trust. You want to check your credit score. You showed your credit score 821. You want to check your credit score at least once a year. Once a year is free. But if you're doing some things, you want to check that twice a year. You need to rebalance your retirement.
What is that mean?
Rebalance your. Well, first of all, you need to have a retirement plan. You got to have a retirement plan. If your company is not putting forth a 401k, then you need to get a Roth IRA. If you don't have, if they're putting forth a 401k or a 403b, you want to match it to whatever they're offering. 100% of free money is better than the no money. I don't care if that program is doing 5%. if they're giving you a 5% match, that's free money to you.
But I already know that, Melvin. You know, I'm an entrepreneur like everybody else, man. I'm out here balling, man. I got my LLC. I got my fully, 401k. Man, come on, man. Man, dude, I already know that, man. Tell me something that I don't know out here balling in these streets.
Well, I need to make sure.
That's what these people want. They, because they know everything. So from your 17 years in the game, dealing with people who got these LLCs and
right.
They know everything. Get them a nugget, man. Talk to somebody at our level.
I don't know how well Nick does with the music, okay? I don't think he's good as Prince was. Prince didn't have a wheel, okay? Michael Jackson's is still in probate. It's still being contested. And he been dead for I don't know how long.
Man, 10 years, I think.
Ralph Gandolfini didn't have a will. The guy from Sopranos. People. This is a guy who won $1 million on a lottery ticket. He died in questionable manner. The belief is that his wife poisoned him. She got the $1 million because they couldn't prove it, and she was his next of kin. So I don't care how good you are, how well you are, how well you know and do what you do. I make sure the bases are covered before I start getting all off into the exotic stuff, like a trust, like
That's what I'm talking about. That's what
exactly.
I tried to bait him, Nick, but see, the pros don't fall for the okie doke, because what we know is it's the fundamentals that will keep you right no matter what you're doing in life. And most of us, we trying to get the sexy stuff. We trying to get the fizzle. We trying to get the bling. But in all actuality, I'm going to go to a baseball analogy because I'm a baseball player and a baseball coach. All we got to do is keep moving one base at a time to get 4. Hit them singles, hit them doubles. A run is a run is a run. A home run is far more unlikely than a couple of singles that can produce a rally and now you score 5, 6, 7 runs. So I hope y'all heard that, because here's the reality, especially in our community. 90% of the people that I've sat down with, which is over 20,000, do not have a will. And out of the ones who do have one, they have not updated it in 5 to 10 years when they have made major promotions, major additions to their families, divorces, etc. And they just think, because here's the reason why they don't do it, Melvin. It's a mortality thing.
Yes.
Because when you sit down and do that will, baby, it's like, damn, I'm signing my death certificate. It's
mortality, and it's fear of loved ones being greedy for your money. I'll put to you this way. I've been married twice. My ex-wife's dad, when he passed, the insurance money went to his mother, not her mom.
Wow.
So basically what that's saying is, guy was in his 50s. He had at least 4 children. The children got nothing because it went to the mother. The wife, because it was an insurance policy, couldn't contest it. So, I mean, I know that's old school. We're talking, 10, 15 years ago. But, hey, that's real talk. That's real life. Exactly. You need to make sure your information is current. Every 5 years, you check some of that type of stuff. But guess what? What if they worked for the government and the money is going to the spouse? If you leave that spouse, there's a lot of jobs where people, we're talking about transition of money from the old generation to the new generation. Well, there's a lot of companies that if you don't make changes in your pension, it goes back to the company.
Yep.
It don't go to your kids. Yep. You leave a company, and if you don't make changes in it, your spouse may get some money, but they're not getting all the money.
And it's funny that you say that. People don't understand how important that is, because they always want to talk to us about, hey man, let me get that stock tip. Hey man, let me get that real estate on a deep discount. Hey man, let me get into the Forex fund. But the reality is, the buck stops right here at the will and the trust, the power of durable attorney, because those are the most important things before you start doing all that other stuff. And
Right.
also, I think you're going to give them a complimentary consultation as well, correct?
I will. Yes.
So be 100 with me right now. So if they met you out in corporate America, what would you be able to charge them professionally, which is market value at your level in the game, if they had to pay? Just keep it 100, bro.
I can charge them $500 an hour. Real.
Straight talk. Now, if I'm not mistaken, you can also, for people who have $250,000, $500,000, $1 million in provable assets,
Yeah.
you can charge them a percentage of their assets to consult with them. Can you not?
Not to just consult with them, but if I'm their advisor, yeah, we're looking at easy 1.5% of assets under
Right.
management.
I mean, to do their financial plan and put a plan.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I think I need to help people understand. So when we do a plan for you, you can charge them 1 to 1.5 to 2%. So if they got $250,000, that's $5,000.
Yeah.
People don't realize this, but they'll be like, "Oh man, that I don't see the value in that." But here's the funny thing: our counterparts, that's the first thing they do.
Yeah.
They
Definitely.
sit down, get their kids, their grandkids, put that stuff together, and then when all of a sudden they come into a windfall, when their business start really making money, it's all settled. There's no discrepancies. There's no fights. None of that stuff, because it's all on paper, baby.
Yeah. It's all on paper.
Both in the professional. See, you ain't getting this on these. Oh, I just made $1 million. And hey, I love everybody that's out there balling. Keep balling. Make all the money you want to make, because there's more enough room for everybody. But the reality is, work with the professionals like Melvin Hobson, who got receipts and documented. Man, name them before you jump off here, and I want your anniversary show. Just drop some nuggets of some of the major companies that we work with. Because this ain't a bag, but sometimes, people got to see, because they don't believe in. If you ain't wearing, a $5,000 suit, you ain't going up in a Maybach or whatever the latest whip that they got to see, they don't believe, bro.
Well, I mean, you showed it to them. I've worked with RC Cola. I've worked with, regional airport in Alabama, Montgomery, Alabama. I've worked with, Lightning Logistics. These are Fortune, 1,000, companies that I've worked with. I've been an HR, professional for the likes of, Unilever. So I got my master's degree in HR. I mean, I've worked as an HR, labor relations professional for over 15 years.
Wow.
So it's, when they want to talk about, being a senior professional, in human resources, I've held those credentials. I've, taken the test. It's nice when you have something like a GameStop that, boom, that happens. But just because you hit it with GameStop don't make you a professional. Anybody can, and I say this all the time, anybody can go to the casino and bet the field and win. Anybody can scratch off a lottery ticket and win. That's how they get you in.
Exactly.
But the problem here is that once you win, what are you going to do? You're going to keep doing what you've been doing. Those places are not set up for you to win over time consistently. As sexy as it is to do some of those other things, if I tell you about something that has a historical history of making 13, 14, 15% year over year, that's history I'm talking about. You can't fight 50 years of history and say, well, you know what? I just got some Dogecoin, or I just got some, whatever, Bitcoin. Man, I'm balling. I'm good.
Bitcoin pro. Man,
exactly.
I'm making millions of dollars Bitcoin.
Yeah, and now I can consult with you, and you have to have a track record of getting the base hits, stealing the bases. You got to have a track record of those types of things. The Moneyball stuff that you like. I know you like Moneyball, DJ. It's understanding how they make the runs.
Yes, I am. I'm an analytics guy.
So So it's like a grand slam. Everybody wants to hit a grand slam, but that's not real life.
Hey,
You know, I also coach football, so every 10 yards
move the
gets
sticks,
you a
baby.
new set of downs.
Move the sticks.
Yes,
Hey,
move the sticks.
Why is it important for them to take advantage of this free live webinar tomorrow? Why would that be important for them in anything they're dealing about financially to get this free live webinar, what we're going to be giving out to them? Because we don't do free anymore, but it's our first anniversary, and we want to share and open up the playbook and literally give you a lot of stuff that you would take years to do yourself, and also you will pay a grip to actually work with people like us in the corporate sector. That's just real life.
Too often, DJ, people pay a grip for stuff, and then they don't do anything. They don't do anything. So here, we're going to give you this opportunity to taste and see what we're talking about. Whether we're talking about investing, whether we're talking about your business, because you say you have a lot of professionals who have gigs, you know, they have side hustles, to help how you can turn that into a full new entrepreneurial, endeavor. You got a hand, okay? I have this asset, this business, this other business. Now I'm strong. I got a whole fist. I'm going after it. Come tomorrow, see what we can do for them, how we can help them go forward. My attitude is always, look, I'm trying to help you get where you're trying to go. I'm not trying to help me get where I'm trying to go. Hey, God gonna take care of me. But if I can help you get where you're trying to go, there's a big difference between San Diego and Sacramento. If we can just help dial it and change it a little bit for you, it can make all the world of difference in your success and the sights you see and that pom-pom lifestyle that they all want to have. That's why they should come tomorrow.
Absolutely. And how can they get in contact with you? Because see, how can they? What's your contact information to share with them, Melvin? Because we want to show them right now, man. They can call you right now, and they can get the complimentary consultation as long as they take advantage of the special. That's
right.
Good.
Right. There you go. DJ, you got my information. Nick, I know you got my information. I'll throw my number out there if you want me to.
We'll put it in the chat. We'll put it in the description box. Yeah. You can give
630.
Yep.
400 0824.
And when you call Melvin, you got to say, hey, I'm calling about the anniversary special with DJ and Coach. He's not going to give you a complimentary consultation if you don't mention that. I'm going to say it again. If you don't mention that, you pay what the investment price is to roll with a professional like this. So, man, we're excited. The wheel, that's a value of, you said what, between $200 to $400 that wheel is?
Yeah,
and
definitely.
You're going to pick up that if they get the special that we're offering to our people over the next 10 days. Because here's what we're doing that they don't know is that starting tonight, we're giving away $1,000 in products and services from tonight until April 30th at 11:59 p.m. April 30th to one person every day. That means we're going to give them our course, our webinars. We're going to give them our consultations. We're actually going to give you consultations with Melvin, James, Lisa, Dr. Hollowell, Nisha, Steven.
That's Central Standard Time, right?
Yep, Central Standard Time. So we're going to give you 7 spheres of money, complimentary consultations with professionals that got at least 15 years in the game, have either done $1 million or managed $1 million at their level. It's a $3,500 investment we're giving away absolutely free. So Melvin, man, I appreciate you coming on the platform tonight. Melvin's been with me longer than anybody. 17 years we've been rolling to the hole, and man, it's only getting better. And I talk to Melvin every day about my investment strategy, especially in this crypto world and this option world. And Melvin makes me a lot of money, baby. And he can do the same thing for you. So if he's good enough for me, trust me, he's more than good enough for you. So appreciate you, Melvin. We'll see you tomorrow on the live webinar. Thanks a lot, brother.
All right.
Man, dude, I'm telling you, man. Boy, it is on like popcorn.
Yep. Melvin was the first person that I met with after I met with you the first time.
So tell them a little bit about your experience, because Nick, how old are you, Nick?
I can talk about my experience. So just going back to just the amount of value that you all gave. When I got my complimentary consultation, I believe that was only supposed to be 15 minutes, but I think you end up staying on for an hour with me, both you and Melvin. You know,
a lot longer than 15 minutes, brother.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, exactly. It had to be about an hour at least.
Wait. He was supposed to give you a 15-minute consultation and it turned into an hour. See, that's the platinum rule.
Yeah. I mean, you too. I think our first conversation was supposed to be 15 minutes, and it went longer.
Okay, so I'm curious to ask you, Nick. So, being a professional, when do you know when you're getting more than what you invested, and you know as a quality that's being added to you? And the reason why I ask this is because a lot of times people overextend the word free, and they don't understand that when you're working with them 40, 45 an hour, you're really trying to help them.
Right.
So when does that resonate with you? Because a lot of times I don't want to come across as crass or rude to people, but when they're just still trying to get more, and then they want to take it, do it yourself, but they don't do that to the other professionals. And I always have a challenge because I used to be just all about the business, but now that I'm trying to give back, at a certain point in time, it's like, hey, enough is enough. You've seen the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Move on, or hey, let's get on this train and roll with us.
I mean, it was right. It was right off top, from that very first consultation. I knew that I can put some money towards this, and I knew that I was getting my money's worth. And the reason why I saw that was because you were sharing with me information that I knew I wouldn't be able to find on my own. First of all, information that I didn't know already, but also information that I probably wouldn't have figured out. Of course, we covered the basics. The first things that we covered with the basics. Of course, I'm going to speak in general. I'm not going to get specifics because you're going to have to, get that complimentary consultation to get the specifics. But I didn't know about emergency funds and interest rates, and I didn't know about buying insurance and that I was overpaying and underinsured. These were things that I didn't know, things that I probably wouldn't have thought about, and until I sat down with you and Melvin for those first two meetings. So right then and there, I knew that I was getting true value in speaking with
you. Just touched on something very important that happens a lot in our community. You said one thing: you were overinsured. Say that again. You were overinsured, and you were paying too much for your insurance, which happens a lot.
Yeah, underinsured and overpaid.
How did you find that out? Don't we talk about that in the course?
Yeah. How to purchase insurance and the cost per thousands. Yep. Yeah. But I mean, even aside from the course, during the consultation, I was able to show my current policy to Melvin, and just right away he looked at it and said, "Man, you only getting this much coverage, and you paying this much. You got $100,000 policy, and you paying like $45-$50 a month for as a premium, and it's going to increase in a couple years. Oh nah, you got to get something. You can get something way better than this."
It's funny you say that. I'm at least a decade older than you, and I have one policy that I pay $30 a month for $500,000. Let that sink in. So a lot of times when we are looking for investment returns, that's an investment return. Would you agree? So absolutely. What would you say conservatively? Be straightforward with the folks. Yeah. How much monthly money did we bring back into your wallet that you're now investing in actually real assets right now?
Man, I probably have to bust out the calculator to
no, serious, man. Share with them because a lot of times, remember, people want investments, they want real estate, they want to run a business, but they don't realize if I can bring $300, real talk, back into your monthly income, I just made you $3,600. And if you can get that $3,600 and get a 7% return and do that for 10 years, that's going to be $100,000.
Right. Yeah.
And you were already spending it, and you would have been continue to spend it, and you wouldn't even know. So give us a ballpark of.
And the interesting thing about it is that you don't. I didn't have to change my lifestyle either in order to get. And then this is my ballpark estimate. My ballpark estimate is about between $500 to $600 a month. Yeah, around. Yeah.
Real talk.
Yeah. By paying off that debt, and then this is the thing right here about me not having to change my lifestyle. All we did was cut out the fat. We found areas where I was spending too much on certain things, and we just cut out the fat without downgrading my lifestyle. And I was able to save about $500 to $600 a month.
So check this out. That's $6,000 on the low end.
Mm-hmm.
That's $7,200 on the high end. So let me show you something. Let me show you. And man, I'm glad you said that. So let me show them something. So every March, what I do is I show people how great of an investor that we are as a team. I'm gonna say as a team, because $5,000, that's a lot of money, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Now, prior to that, you were about 28, 29 when we
27, 28, around
27, 28, right?
Yeah.
So you were fully funding your TRS, right?
Not fully funded, no.
Okay, but you are now though, right?
Yeah, close to it. Yep.
Yeah, close to it. So now, did you have a Roth IRA before you connected with us? And most people say, "Man, I already know what a Roth IRA." But the question is, are you fully funded?
I didn't know what a Roth IRA was. So
right.
not only did I not have one, I didn't know what it was either.
Right. And guess what? There's millions of people out there that are young professionals that don't know that.
Right.
There's millions of people who are old professionals that don't know they can have a Roth IRA in addition to a 401k plan. And yes, if you're one of those people in the top 10% that do, we're not talking to you right now. We're talking to the ones that don't. So if you took, because you're automatically investing in your Roth IRA on a monthly basis now, correct?
Yep. Pay yourself. Call that the Pay Yourself First program.
Yep. Tell them what the Pay Yourself First program is.
The Pay Yourself First program is when you have the gotta go back to the slogan. Never pay yourself second, never pay yourself third. You pay yourself first. So when you get that paycheck, because I had that professional career. Some of you all who are listening have that professional career or that professional job. When you get that paycheck, every other week, you have it set up on automatic payments where a percentage of it goes into your emergency fund and a piece of it goes into your Roth IRA. And that's the Pay Yourself First program.
Yep. So in the course, we have a chapter that's called Investing in Your Future, the 5 rules of money. And I can bet you, Nick, that even though people in the top 10%, only probably 50% of them know the 5 rules of money. The 5 rules of money that you should do. So when Nick is talking about, ladies and gentlemen, pay yourself first, never second, never third, we actually mean that before you even pay your rent, before you even pay your mortgage. Because if you've been setting up this properly, you will be able to pay your mortgage and pay your rent without any problems. Because why you working? You're working to pay yourself first. And you should have that systematic layout. So what I'm saying is, check this out. If you had $500 every month and you put it into the market with some advisors like Melvin, or if you were a great investor, you know what the real baller investors get in returns? They get 20, 40, 50, 300% return on their money. So every year in March, I put $5,000 to $10,000 in the market. And last year, I can't find the paper right now, but I'll show it again in the webinar. I don't know where it is, but I've been doing some very aggressive investing lately. And last year, I put $5,600 in an account just to show people that we know how to pick stocks as professional. Now, mind you, I'm no longer licensed. I used to be a securities licensed professional and a chartered senior financial planner for over 12 years, but now I am a certified financial coach, and that's what I do as my vocation. But I still know money extremely well. So just to prove to people that I knew what I was still doing in my own personal portfolio and in my children's portfolio, Nick, guess what? I took $5,600, put it in an account, chose some hardcore, stocks. If you can see that, okay. This is the after sheet. So I actually want to show the before sheet to actually show the amount that I put in it, right? So yep. I took that. Yep, I took that, and my stocks to date, year to date, 170% return on my investment. I took a $5,600 investment, and it's grown to over 15.5. Over 15.5. And in the first quarter of this year, my investments are growing at a 80% return on investment. Now, my past performance is not a predictor of present, but guess what? Melvin and I have been doing this for 17 and 20 years. We might know some stuff that you don't know in reference. Let me tell you a tip. I had Bitcoin about 8 years ago, and I just sold it because it wasn't doing nothing. But guess what? I still have other things that are doing very well. Yeah, Bitcoin is at $60,000, $70,000. But guess what? In order for you to make that, you had to buy it at 100 or 1,000. Most people can't afford to buy it at $5,000, $15,000 a share. But you know what we can do? Here it is. So we talked about this the other day. What are the 3 dominant technologies that everybody uses right now? We talked about this, Nick. So what's the number one streaming movie company on the planet right now?
Netflix.
Okay. How long have you been knowing about Netflix?
I would say about that. I would say between five to I would say about 5 to 10 years, maybe. I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember when I first discovered Netflix, but it's been a while. It's been a while. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm about to give our people a history lesson real quick, and we're gonna jump off the anniversary show in about 15, 20 minutes. So Netflix stock in 2011. Let's say you were slow on the uptake to Netflix, was $43 a share. I've been knowing about Netflix since like 2002. I bought Netflix because I was using it, but I sold Netflix. I made profit. I made several thousands of dollars on Netflix back in the day. In 2007, I sold my Netflix. If I would have kept my Netflix and put $5,000 in, that would have given me 115 shares. And today, Netflix is $546 a share. Nick, that would have been $62,852.10. But DJ the Money Coach was not smart enough to hang on to it. But I made a 300% return on my money back then. Was good. And I also was building a serious bill pay business trying to become a billionaire. So it's no excuse, but I'm just telling you the facts, right? So I had a contract with a little small company called Love's Trucking, $17 billion company. The owner of Love's Trucking owns the Cleveland Browns. I had an exclusive contract to put 267 bill pay kiosks in all of their truck stops. So what's the number one retailer on the planet, Nick? Distribution retailer on the internet?
Amazon.
All right, check this out, Nick. What is that?
I don't recognize that. That looks like
the original Amazon Kindle. Look, right here. Wow. You see that?
Oh yeah, I see it. Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah. That's before my time, right there.
Guess what? This came out in 2007. Do you think I was an early adopter?
Hey, you got it. You must have been because you got it in your hand.
Here's the leather cover. Look, so you can tell I used it, right?
Yeah.
This was $399 plus the leather pouch with tax, $500 in 2007.
Yeah.
Why is that important? Because in 2006, Amazon stock was $26.70. And I was a six-figure income earner, big time. I was debt-free, big time. I owned Amazon stock too. I think I had about 100 shares. I sold it. But if I'd have kept my $5,000 in, I would have had 192 shares. Amazon stock today in 2021 is $3,399.44. Nick, this is where I'm going to throw up.
Yeah, you sick.
Amazon stock would have been worth $652,692.48.
Sickening.
What's the largest proprietary media company on the planet that is a fruit?
Apple.
Apple. Guess what? How long ago did you know about Apple and you were sold that Apple was a dominant product and service?
Man, that had to be like 15 years ago at least.
15 years ago. So that'd be right around about 2006, right?
Yeah, yep.
Guess what? 2006, I was doing my financial planning business and stepped in and was doing some entertainment. Okay. I started doing sports entertainment, right? Because I had money and I wanted to make more money. So I did a little program and I made a few $100,000. It is right here. Okay. Can you see my little logo on there?
Yep. Hold on. I'm gonna put it, blow it up. Blow it up. Oh yeah, there we go. Yep. There it is. Yep.
So right there, here, look. What does that say?
Yeah, the blackout. Yep.
Well, you can read it because legally you can read that.
Yeah. The official All-Star Weekend 2006, the Blackout Party, February 17, 2006, hosted by Mr. Entertainment himself, P. Diddy and the Bad Boy family.
I was the official sponsor for the whole venue. My partners, Melvin included, Clarence, we financed this. Okay. So one of my partners gave me a special iPod, 2 of them, loaded 20,000 songs on it. Do you think I was a believer in Apple back then?
Yeah. You had the first, you had the tangible evidence in your hand. You were actually using the products.
and I could actually go down to my car. I have it in my car, Nick. I can actually show it to you with my engraved name on it. So check this out. Apple shares in 2006, $5,000. The shares were $3.03. Now, I never bought Apple shares. That one I didn't buy. But if I had invested $5,000, which I clearly could have, they'll say Mac's been out since 1987, but did not invest at the time. So check this out. A $5,000 investment, Nick, would have gotten us 1,650 shares. Today, Apple in 2021 is worth $134.16. But a year ago, Apple did a rare 4-for-1 split. My son, Crusher, owns Apple stocks. 4-for-1 split is crazy. With that 4-for-1 split, them 1,650 shares, man, it makes me want to throw up.
He about to be sick again.
Christian, I mean, he has him 100 or so of them because of the 4-1 split, because he had 25. So I think he got right at 100, right?
Yeah. So
the 4-for-1 split would have been 6,600 shares times today. The market closed at 134.16. Look at that! Oh my goodness! Look at that! Blow that screen up so these people can see what I'm talking about. Look at this.
Oh.
That's a $5,000 investment in 2006. All right.
Yeah.
Why do I say that? That is a grand total. Alarmingly, $15,000 was a lot of money in 2006 and 2007, but not for professionals like Melvin and I. Okay.
Right.
So what you're saying is, well, DJ, you were pretty dumb. Yes, I was. I was extremely dumb. I was dumb for not keeping my stocks. And I was wanting to get an early paycheck, which most of us do. Right?
Right.
Nick, that will be $1.6 million.
Woo!
All right. So now, 5 years ago, when I started doing online consultations, I got on a little platform called Periscope, which closed down March 31st. I'm an early adopter. Here's what I'm trying to share with you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm an early adopter in most things I do in life. I just like to study. I like analytics. So in 2016, I started funds for my children, and my son, again, he said, Dad, buy me some Logitech. I said, Logitech? You mean this company right here? Your dad been using it for like 10 years? Man, ain't nobody doing nothing with no Logitech. He said, Dad, all the gamers use Logitech. You got the headphones, Dad. You done had those headphones for God knows how long. So I said, all right, Crusher, tell you what. You can buy a little bit of Logitech. So what I do, ladies and gentlemen, is every year, whatever age my children is, I give them $100 times age. So at the time, he was 10 years old. So he got $1,000. We invested in fun. I only let him buy like 30 shares of Logitech. Logitech in 2017.
Oh boy, here we go. He about to get sick again.
$9.71. All right. So between my 4 children, Nick, I did invest $5,000, but it wasn't collectively. My children own like 100 shares of Logitech. That was a mistake, but we own the shares. Okay. Here's what I'm trying to teach you guys. And they're like, man, get to the end of the story. I am. Just stick with me, ladies and gents. So when you're watching these professional investment, Monday night market and all this, I'm a stock pro, blah, blah, blah. And they tell you how boss they are about they just make money. Where the money resides. And they don't make no mistakes. They lying to you. Here's a little PSA. I don't take financial advice from anybody who's not where I'm trying to go, making 8 figures. And I don't take financial advice from somebody who has not lost significant money. Because if they haven't, they're either lying or their loss major is upon the shore. Okay? So I'm showing you in my humility, I have lost because nobody knows everything. But in my wisdom, how we can help you better than 98% of people in the middle class, because we're the best in class at it, bar none. So back to the story. So that's $9.71, Nick.
Yeah.
And we had $5,000 because we put it in the market. But we didn't buy Logitech. We only bought collectively 100 shares. Divided by $9.71, Nick, that's 514 shares. Nick, Logitech now closed at $114 today.
Oh, man. He about to get sick again.
That's only $58,000. But let me mind you, Logitech is going to go to $300. I can't guarantee it, but the past track record shows that since the gaming industry during the pandemic exploded even more. So when Logitech goes to $300 and you own at least 500 shares, that's $150,000. Okay. Well, that's $150,000 right there that my children have, but they only own 100. All right. So there's another company out there. This is a burgeoning streaming company. Anybody ever heard of this little company called Roku?
I'm sure they have. I know I
Most
have.
brothers and sisters have Roku TVs because it's a great streaming, inexpensive service. We bought Roku. Unfortunately, again, we only bought a little bit of Roku because I was like, well, hold up. Let's just get a little bit. So Roku in 2017 was $32 a share. Okay. So if you're funding that $500 to $600 every year, Nick, you sticking with me, ladies and gentlemen, that we actually brought back into your household that you didn't have to make extra money. That's what they need to know. You didn't go out and make an extra $500-600. We actually found $500-600 that you were overspending on insurance. That's
how I should have articulated it.
Right.
That's what you said.
Because you were overinsured and you were paying too much for the premium. Okay. Yeah. And sometimes most of our people are underinsured and overpaying for the premium. So we went in, pulled back the reins, got you more coverage for less money on all of your insurance.
Yeah.
That's what they don't get. Health, life, car, all of that. Right, Nick?
We cut that car insurance in half.
In half.
Half.
You were paying more for your car insurance than I was paying for 3 cars. Fact or not fact?
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
So what we do, ladies and gentlemen, we take that money, brought it back in his household. He ain't made not an extra dollar that he got paid as a teacher, but we found $500 to $600 every year that he's putting $6,000, which is the maximum you can put in your Roth. So imagine if you had put that $6,000 in Netflix, Amazon, Apple. Netflix, you'd have 62,000. Apple, you would have had 866,000. Amazon, you would have had 652,000. But 5 years ago, if you would have had that Roth and we pulled that 500-600 in, what we did 2 years ago, you'd have 31,000, which would lead to 150,000 real time. Roku, let me get back to Roku real quick. And people are saying, well, hey man, what do you mean? Okay, so let's just do the math with me. Roku was $32 a share. Even as early as last year in March, I bought Roku. When the market went down, it was on sale. I only bought 100 shares. I should have bought my whole 5,000. Because guess what? At $32, check this out, Nick. Divided by 32, that's 156 shares. Okay? Roku high this year, $482. Closed today about $380. So at $382, look at that. 60 grand in 1 year, dog. 1 year. You feel me? My Roku stock has grown 700% since I bought it last year. My 100 shares. So I don't need to tell you how much it is. Actually, but hey, do the math. So now you got those two. That now puts you at $250,000. Now there's another company that you might not know about that is called GameStop, which was manipulated, but that went up to $400-something. But then there's another company called Appian. And mind you, I'm not giving anybody financial advice. So don't go out and buy these stocks unless you have consulted with a financial professional who's licensed and certified. Okay? I'm just telling you my story and why it's important for you to meet with us free with Melvin. So Appian, which is a client relationship management software that's in most of the stuff we don't know. You ever remember that commercial called BASF? You say we actually make everything better and nobody knows about us. That's Appian. Okay, I bought Appian last year, $1,000 worth. Appian was $36, and I've been knowing about it for a while because I'm an early adopter. $5,000 worth of Appian divided by 36, Nick, is 138 shares. Okay.
Right.
Today, Appian trade at 260 just a couple of weeks ago. Right now, it's hovering about $140. But at 260 a share, brother, that's $36,000. So I just showed you from the mistake I made back by missing the boat and keeping Netflix, keeping Amazon. I never bought Apple, which was a $1.6 million mistake. But my experience said, hey, let's jump in, get Logitech, Roku, and Appian. It's a $250,000 play right now. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen? That ain't even the cat's meow. Because guess what? Right now, there are 7 to 15 stocks that are going to be the new game master of the universe companies. And I'll give you just one tip. Minority Report. Go watch the movie. Watch the movie. Come to the free webinar. And we're going to show you some companies right now that people will be using just like they use Netflix, just like they play Legos, just like they drive, and just like they buy houses that are going to be bigger than Amazon, Netflix, and Apple in the next 10 years. I can guarantee you that they will, but I can't guarantee you they will for you. If you have right now still some stimulus money left and you link up and get a free consultation with Melvin, Melvin can show you some of these stocks that we're talking about that we have already bought over the past week, 1,000 shares, and we didn't spend hardly any money on them, and we are going to blow it up. That's our stock financial education nugget to you. Now, in review, we also have bought a significant part of real estate. over the past 12 months for our members. We've given them tips on how to buy real estate. Clarence and Tanya Archibald, we just interviewed them. If you didn't see that interview, ladies and gentlemen, go back and watch it, because Clarence tells the story on how he began in the real estate business as an engineer and how he walked away a six-figure income with Hewlett Packard in early 2006, and his wife, as a radio frequency engineer, walked away from Sprint as a six-figure income. They had a $250,000 household income. They both were able to walk away, started out together as friends back in 2005, put a little program together called 3 Steps to Success, tell you how to get businesses, real estate, and leverage the tax laws. And today, they own and manage over 200 properties, totally debt-free. And I also have money in real estate in their portfolio package as well. And these properties pay anywhere from $600 to $850 a year, and you can get and invest in them as little as $7,500.
Yeah. Wait, you mean 600 to 850 a month? You mean, right?
Say that again.
You said it. You said a year. You mean a month, right? 600 to 850.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah. $650 to $850 per month.
Per month, yeah.
Per month. And we've been doing this since 2005, ladies and gentlemen. And again, we own collectively over 200 properties, debt-free, no mortgages on them whatsoever. We can teach you how to do that. And we've also helped invest in $2.5 million startup real estate investment. Nick, correct me if I'm wrong. Did you not see me raise over $250,000 in like 3 days?
Yep. Yeah. Right before my very eyes. So I had the calls and the emails coming in. Like I got my cut. Yeah.
Now, what you'll find, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of people tell you they can move and flip houses and all that. It's very few people get their hands on $250,000 cash just like that. I'm not talking about, I grabbed it from a credit line. I'm not talking about I grabbed it from my HELOC. I'm talking about real money. And if you can grab it from those great. But a lot of people in these games, they're cash poor. But we play the cash flow game. Okay. So outside of that, we started this little small fund called the DJ the Money Coach Forex Fund. Doing extremely well right now. And that fund is closing in May. And we've helped people get incorporated, get their wills, their trust. And all it starts back is what Melvin talked about, by just taking this little basic course called Family Finance 101. And we've actually turned away people who just wanted to invest in the real estate, in the Forex, in the stocks, but they didn't want to go through the course and get the fundamentals. What is that? A risk tolerance questionnaire, financial analytical report, and a comprehensive 14-page written plan. Because if you legally are investing, you have to do that. But we actually turned away 7, 8, 9 people who have the money, just want to invest with us, because we don't roll like that. And let me tell you why we don't roll like that in this year in review. Because I've seen multiple people on the internet in their 20s, early 30s, get these big followings, get 100, 200, 400,000 people following them. And all of a sudden they have them buying a product and service that they heard through a little birdie that works. And then they end up getting those people screwed because they know nothing what they talk about. They have great personalities, very sincere, but they have no experience. They have not been through the Great Recession of 2008. Right now, anybody with any semblance of intelligence can make money right now, because everything's going what? It's going straight up. Why is that? Because the central bank brought interest rates down to 0 for the retail banks. And now the retail banks have finally put that into the market, and you can get interest rates for 1.95% if you are a credit paper buyer. So I could actually refinance my house, take out $50,000, $100,000 at no money, and go put it in the market. Stimulus, $1,400 per child. PPP. I know people have gotten $250,000, $500,000 in PP money that they don't have to start paying back for 2 years. So you're getting all this money, but that doesn't mean you are a money expert. It's really just a windfall. And what do I mean by that? Just look at the examples. Athletes, entertainers, they make millions of dollars, and 85% of them, 3 years out of the league, they're broke. And that's never going to change, because they have other people come into the community managing their money that take their money and they allow them to manage it without getting a financial education. So here's what I'm saying to you, ladies and gentlemen. Here's what we're going to do for you. We're going to give you everything, every webinar that we ever done, live and also recorded, which consists of about 10, 12 webinars that are the best of the best in the past 12 months. And those webinars alone would be valued at over $3,500. I'm talking about our 3 Steps to Success webinar that actually teach you how to buy, get the right in corporate structure, not just LLCs. We're talking about how to put other corporations inside of LLCs. We're talking about how to do limited partnerships, general partnerships, professional partnerships. There's a lot of stuff you guys don't know about, but you're operating in that lane dangerously. Succession planning. So if when your estate gets to 1.5 million, $5 million, or even $250,000, the tax laws are changing in 2026. And let me give you a tip. There's a difference between federal taxes and death taxes. I'm going to say that again. There's a difference between federal taxes and death taxes in the states. So even if you don't have to pay federal taxes, you do have to pay death taxes. And that's going to change drastically in 2026. And most people going to be affected by it is the middle class. So the money that Joe Biden is giving out, that $1.9 trillion, he's going to get it back from the middle class, not the poor people, because they don't have the money. The wealthy people constantly are ahead of the game with enterprises, corporations, lobbyists to actually continue to massage the rules. And even though he's raising the corporate tax up to 28% from flat 21, they're still not going to pay 28%. We're going to give you the course, and we're going to give you the complimentary consultation with James Lane Jr., our CPA of 30 years, who have done taxes, formerly for ExxonMobil, did their audits, used to be a consultant for PricewaterhouseCoopers. He's going to give you a complimentary consultation to talk to you about corporate taxes, distributions, individual taxes. That's a $500 value right there. Absolutely free. Lisa K. Shebar, my personal attorney for 15 years. Look at the interview that she did. She's going to give you a complimentary consultation, and she can tell you everything about trademarks, litigation, corporations. Ain't nobody better on the planet than her. I'll put her up against any attorney on this planet, and she will knock them down for you. She said, what did she say, Nick? I said, how much were you getting billed out per hour back when you were at the number 3 largest law firm in the country back in 2002? How much she say she was getting billed out at, Nick?
She was getting billed 4 figures an hour. An hour.
Back in the early 2000s, ladies and gentlemen. She's going to give you a complimentary consultation absolutely free. So we're going to bring all that together. We're going to give you 2 free live webinars beginning tomorrow. We're going to give you, what else stuff we're giving them, Nick? I mean, it's so much stuff. I just can't keep count, bro.
Oh, man. Yeah, so we got the webinars. They're getting the course too, right?
Yeah, they're getting all the course.
Yeah,
they're getting the Family Finance 101 course, the 3 Steps to Success course. They're getting the real estate course.
Yeah. I mean, they're also getting some books too, right?
All of the books. Yep.
Yeah.
All of the books. They're getting all 7 of my books. Digital version, mind you, ladies and gentlemen. Digital version. Digital version. This is, again, I like to remind people, this is the original 7 Spheres of Money team. The original 3 Steps to Success, Got Assets. And again, we've been rolling since 2008, just doing these seminars across the country. And we got the video receipts to prove it, don't we, Nick?
Yes, we do. Yep.
You know, man, we're gonna roll out here in 5 minutes. Give them a little taste of one of them videos just to show them the fruit. And we move hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of products and services for our senior, members, and we manage collectively as a group millions of dollars. One of our key partners has a $1.5 billion portfolio that he manages for the top 0.1% of people in America, and we've been down since 2010. Real talk. So I would encourage you to like, share, subscribe, and all you got to do to get this free stuff is hit us up 866-395-3042 and say, hey, DJ, we want to roll to the hole with you. Happy anniversary. Or just email Nick at djthemoneycoach.com and say, hey, man, we love the show. I want to come to the webinar. I want to get the free package. We're giving you everything 100% off. Basically, all you got to do is invest in the Family Finance 101 course. You get everything else free for the next 10 days. Real talk. This is our celebration. Give back to you because we want to help you become financially independent, consumer debt free. We want you to have at least a 720 to get on path to an 800 credit score. And we want you to control your life 100% and be the best original copy of yourself so you can have the real pom-pom lifestyle, which is plenty of money and peace of mind. You got one of those videos queued up there. We're gonna get out of here, man.
Yep. Let me just share the screen real quick.
But yeah, man, this has been an amazing year, and it's gonna be 10 times better in the next 12 months with those people who roll with us. And our cup of tea ain't for everybody, but it's for the right body.
All right, so I'm gonna bring to them a little small company you all worked with called Lightning Logistics.
Okay,
that's what I'll show to them.
Sure.
Yeah. Doing the financial education program with those folks.
Yeah. Just show them a little bit of what we rock out at. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost entirely credit card. That's from the Federal Reserve Bulletin 2002. The average credit card debt for a household balance is more than $10,000. So think about it. The average person has 3 to 5. It's easy to be 40, 50, 60,000. Again, when I was in my late 20s, it was about 40, 50, didn't know that. Then I had a college degree, and it was an accountant. But that doesn't mean that I knew about personal budget. Does that make sense? Okay, so let's show you how this works. Let me show you some copers that are real good at doing this. All right, so anybody can tell me what the letter CEO stands for? And try again. That is chief entrapment officer or credit entrapment officer. How do I say that? Look. Here's credit card. What's not to love?
All right.
Yep. So let's hit them up with one more. And that company paid Melvin and I thousands of dollars for that class. We actually took all of their people for this. And what happened, ladies and gentlemen, is that they paid us $199 per person. A minimum of 50 people had to go through the program. A minimum of 50. Do the math. We did their course for their employees and the individual truck drivers exclusively as a financial educator. Matter of fact, we still have a relationship with them, and our link to our website is part of their partner program. Facts. Let's pull up another one.
Okay. Let's see.
Give them a little flavor, because show them, our bandwidth is deep and it's wide, because we've been doing this. I've been doing this since 2002. Show them another one. So we just show them, hey, we don't just do that, but let's show, because here's what you need to know, ladies and gentlemen. You need to check them receipts of these people you rolling with. Because real players make money, like Clarence said, in a down market. Clarence became a multi-millionaire during the Great Recession. 2008 to 2010, he became a multi-millionaire because he knew how to take advantage of a down market. That's when wealthy people get real wealthy. That's when hedge fund people make billions of dollars. Not when everybody can make money just by throwing something up on the wall. That doesn't require a skill. Doesn't require a skill at all. You know? Yeah. Pull up another little snapshot and then show them a couple of testimonies. Man, we get out because we are excited. You should get registration to the free webinar. You should take advantage of this. If you got the stimulus money and you went out and had dinner, like I did the other day, my daughter just turned 12, love her to death. I dropped about $150. Nope, that day for my daughter, I dropped just about $300 on just, dinner and some stuff. And that didn't even apply to the gifts that we gave. I dropped $250. Yeah, I dropped $400 on stuff that just was an experience, ladies and gentlemen. And I'll do it every time for my children. But if you can drop $200-300 with that stimulus money and you can't invest in yourself and get access to literally about $10,000 worth of stuff, then we're not the people for you. But if you are serious, you get down, and we're also going to give you a money back guarantee on it. You got that queued up, Nick?
Yep. It's another small organization there called the Texas High School Coaches Association. Yep.
Oh yeah, I'm glad you said that. Before you queue it up, let me show them. It is the largest high school coach sports association in the country, over 40,000 members. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Can you see that, Nick?
Yep.
Open up the big screen for them real quickly.
Yep,
that's me right there. I am a paid speaker for them. Well, I was for 3 years straight, ladies and gentlemen. I was paid to train the coaches and the athletic directors about their money from 2017 to 2019.
Yeah. There it is.
Cue it up.
All right.
Cue it up, baby. Cue it up.
Oh.
And this they paid me minimum, ladies and gentlemen, for 1 hour of my time, $5,000. Real talk. Cue it up, Nick. So
chicken sandwiches.
That's the actual conference. I thought you were just showing me speaking, but that's the actual conference. That's cool. Yeah, that's me and my team. Mm-hmm. Yeah, go ahead. Let play. That's me and my team working exclusively after we already spoke on stage.
Yeah. Let's come over and work and sit down. You sit right there.
And that gentleman right there was showing a state-of-the-art client relationship software that was on the phone before Calendly and stuff. That was 2017. Yeah, it would text you, take your email, send out broadcasts, all of that. We raised a couple $100,000 for that software that he created himself.
Yeah.
real talk, guys. So show them a couple of personal testimonials from a couple of our groups, and then we out. And if people want to ask questions, man, it's real talk. So again, and we'll leave them with the actual the information about the special that we're doing. So I just want to make sure everybody's clear what you're going to get in that special. You're going to get the core Family Finance 101 program. It's 3 hours, 18 modules. It's like an encyclopedia. It is a compilation of 20 years of expertise condensed down to 3 hours and 18 modules that you can go. If you want to know how to get your credit right, you can go to that chapter and just work on credit. If you want to know how to refinance your house the proper way, even though rates are at all-time low, you can get it at 1.95. There's still some things called a YSP that most people don't even know what that is. But I won't tell you what that is because you'll still get taken advantage unless you access the program. We'll teach you how to actually still get your refi practically almost free. Real talk. Have not bought a house that I haven't got paid to move into in the past 15 years. That's right. Paid at the closing. Yep, I know some people watching this say, oh, I do that all the time. But most people don't know how to do that. I'm talking about for the common guy and girl, get you money at the close, which we're doing right now for one of our members as we speak. All her closing costs were paid for because she got my advice, and that was close to $15,000. Real talk. Facts. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Real talk. And then hit up our original relationship and show what they think about us as well. Real talk. Because this is a year in review show. It's an anniversary. You know what I'm saying? So people need to see that the impact is broad and is deep because our players on our team, they are real professionals at the highest level. And then we also want to thank our sponsors, Tolero, the #1 100% organic agave tequila, 100% black owned. And it's the only 100% black owned, 100% organic tequila on the planet. 100% black owned. And guess what? It is the best in class. It's light, it's crisp, and it's smooth. And as you can see, we're going to drink almost all of it.
Yep. Yeah.
Best in class.
Mm-hmm.
So cue up that one from our original, brothers that we met with you, that the founders, tell what they think about us.
Okay. All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then we'll leave them with the actual packaging of itself. And hey, we want you to have the best life you possibly can have, but you need to have the best advice that you could possibly have. And it's no more affordable, ladies and gentlemen, than free.
That's right.
2 live webinars, 7 comprehensive consultations that are 30 minutes. So when you have these consultations, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to send you a budget sheet. We're going to send you a survey. And the reason why that's important, because we don't want to be doing administrative work. We want to get right to the heart of your important things that are important to you, ladies and gentlemen. So we can know exactly what to talk to you about. And then the budget, just like Nick, we can show you where the fat is in your budget to get you lean. So we have that. Then we can sit down and actually do a consultation with you right about the nuts and bolts of where you are. I don't care if you got $2 million worth of assets, because I've consulted with people that are worth $50 million. And if you only have $100 worth of assets, we can help you out there too. Okay.
This is the right thing. DJ the Money Coach has been working with our Urban X family for at least 18 months. And in this 18 months, he has demonstrated his ability to lead those who are new to finances to those who are more advanced. What I like about DJ the Money Coach is that he takes his time, he makes his information understandable, and all of our nation, the Urban X Nation, has benefited from it. And even if you are advanced, he has programs that he designs just for you so that you too can benefit from his expertise. So we would like to thank all that DJ the Money Coach has done and what he has presented to us at Urban X.
And one thing I can say about DJ the Money Coach is that he's been super approachable to people within our community, and he's made information that would be otherwise intimidating to people within our community, like Roth IRAs, savings accounts, automations, and things like that, very easy to understand. And he's given us very actionable items to do, and I thank him for it.
And these are examples in real time and in real life. And we feel that the last frontier for us as a community to grow is economic independence, and DJ the Money Coach is leading the way.
Hey, Nick, want to queue up one more That's the 3 steps to success one. Remember the one that I sent you, that link?
Yeah.
And here's the reason why, because we're showing you community, ladies and gentlemen. We're showing you individuals. We're showing you Fortune 1000 corporations. And now we're going to show you professionals, for the professionals. And I'm talking about people who make $125,000 to $250,000 a year. And that we just did this pop on the scene, ladies and gentlemen. We've been doing this since 2002. And you need to be able to see that, because if we're still here today, we obviously are great at sustainability. And that's one of the things that you want to have, So we're going to pull that up, and then we're going to be out, because it's 1:45. So we might as well round out at 2 hours, because it's a one-time anniversary show. It's our anniversary, man. We're excited. So ladies and gentlemen, check this out. And what Nick is going to do, he's going to put all the description of the special in the description box. He's going to put the information that you need on the screen here. And I encourage you to watch this over and over again. And matter of fact, tomorrow we're going to be live on our partner show, The Classic Climb, on Erica Williams, who we've worked with thousands of people in her community. So Nick, cue that one up and hit the big screen to let them see that. Hit the big box. And let it play completely through. And if anybody's watching right now, you got a couple of questions you want to pop out for the anniversary, hit them on out. We're going to close this out in 14 minutes.
Capital assets, business system, and then leverage them. Nobody on our team is not a real estate owner. I'm going to tell you the big picture stuff, because people like the big sexy stuff, but the real trick to wealth is doing the basics. I'm going to be real with you. I ain't going to do a deal unless I make money, but I'm going to make sure we can make money together side by side. Okay.
I personally never thought I could invest or would invest in commercial real estate, but I see myself doing that with Dale, with Clarence, with Olita. They make that happen. They make that possible. They make that dream come alive. And I'm going to be able to do that.
I have initially started with investment in real estate, and I've had a return already within the last 3 months.
They do all the work for you. They answer all of your questions. They provide you with literature. They provide you with facts, research, etc. So I'm really impressed by the team. They're there to save you money and make you money. And that is, pretty exciting, I would think, for anyone.
How can this be third? They say, go buy more. I called Dale. Dale said, go buy more. So that's what I did. And so
I actually purchased my first property with no money down. And I also have $20,000 of equity already in that property, which is huge. I mean, who else can say that with their first property?
So Arlene took a chance and invested money with us after coming through our course, 3 Steps to Success. And she's now made over a 40% return on her money. And today, she just made how much, Arlene?
$5,000.
Are you excited?
I'm very excited.
I'm extremely proud of Lisa, because she didn't own any real estate at all. And she took the hope and faith that we were who George says we were, and she allowed us to earn her trust. And for doing that, she closed on her first property just about a week and a half ago. She received how much in equity?
$20,000.
$20,000. We're closing on her next property next Monday, and she's going to receive how much?
$20,000.
How much did you spend out of your pocket?
I can't even tell you less than that.
This is real deal. So we just got her first mortgage payment for her property, which we put the tenant in for her, and it's for $750. Can you give her a round of applause? Thank you very much. Well, guys, my time.
Real talk, ladies and gentlemen. Real talk. So as you saw in that video, that was 2007, and That is the same program that we have been running in Detroit, Michigan since 2005, where my partner Clarence became a multi-millionaire next door. And I had several properties, and I was the mortgage banker. Well, I used to finance those deals. I used to do the 203K loans, refinancing, the hard money, everything. We used to make anywhere from $12,000 to $20,000 a property as the financier back between 2005 to 2008. And in 2008, the Great Recession happened. Since I'm not a real estate person personally, I sold my properties back to Clarence, pennies on the dollar. Mistake. But guess what? In 2015, sitting down with my 7 spheres of advisors, which you should do, my number one mentor, who retired at 35 and is worth $30-40 million, I'm at his $1 million condo in Vegas, and I told him I need some more residual income. And he said, pick up the phone, call Clarence, and start buying property back in Detroit. I said, I don't want to do that. He said, well, guess what? Don't come hang out with me no more. Real talk. And you know what? I picked up the phone and called Clarence in December 2015, and I bought 3 properties for less than $42,000, ladies and gentlemen. Cash. Woo. How many people got $42,000 in 2016? Cash. Times was a little tight for most people in 2016 because we were coming off the Obama administration, and Obama tried to suck the bone marrow out of small businesses, especially black small businesses. I'm just going to keep it a buck with you. From 2008, 2016, tell me what that administration did for you as a black woman or businessman if you didn't have some type of government contract. Facts. So from 2016 to now, I've been buying 1 or 2 properties every year, cash. Facts. And hey, man, the proof is in the pudding, right? Right, Nick?
Yeah,
so,
that's right.
At the end of the day, you want to have people who have real receipts, realio receiptios. Check this out, Nick. Put me on big screen, baby. Put me on big screen.
Right. Got you.
There we go. What does it say, Nick?
Let's see. The buyer borrowed the Ransburg LLC. Got the property address on there.
What's the date?
Closing date June 23rd, 2020.
Yep. Right there, baby. Look at this. Let me see.
Yep. Value today.
Property $11,580.
Yep.
That property, Nick, has been getting me $850 a month in rent. Like clockwork, baby.
Yep, there it is.
That's a 34% return on your money, cash on cash. Real talk, ladies and gentlemen. So this year in review has been amazing. Again, we're giving you this once in a lifetime special. That means you get everything that you just saw. You get the live 3 Steps to Success course. You get the webinar training. You get the live Family Finance 101 course. You get the live multiple, we ain't even talked about it, the Forex fund done by our partner, Leonard Ray at the Domlin Capital Group, which we have amazing teammates and a incredible Forex fund. You get all of that training. And Leonard Ray, a 7-figure a month trader since 2007. Not since it became hot sauce for everybody that's just jumping on apps and getting Forex, doing options and this stuff, don't really know what they're doing, but they're making money because guess what, ladies and gentlemen, in 2002 to 2006, it was the same thing. You could just go out and buy a stock, don't know what you're doing, and the next day it made 30-40% return. What happened in 2008? The Big Short. If you were a real baller, you didn't even know what shorts and puts and calls were. I did. Melvin did. Everybody now that's doing it, they know everything. Very few of them really know what they really doing. And this ain't dropping no, hate on them. These are just facts. Yep. And tell you what, if you were really a baller, you saw the ballers manipulate GameStop. Those are the ballers. High-level people that actually took a company was going to bankrupt, and manipulated the stock to actually offset the hedge fund guys who were shorting the stock to make billions of dollars. I.e., when 2001 happened, 9/11, it was all a financial grab, because when they attacked the, towers in New York and the Pentagon, the people who were the financial terrorists, they shorted the whole stock market to the tune of billions, almost trillions of dollars. That's what that was really about. Same thing in 2008 when the credit swaps happened, which 9 out of 10 you don't even know what that is. There were people shorting bad mortgages. If anybody don't know what I know I'm talking about, you used to be able to do what they call no income mortgages. You could show a little bit of document, no doc, no income, limited doc, HELOCs. Everybody's a master in home equity line of credits now. Nobody really knew what home equity line of credits really did or how they worked in 2005 to 2008. Guess what? We did. Them houses that you saw me giving them people the money in that video, I financed those with home equity line of credits. 2007. You might think I might know how to do that in 2021. Real talk. So I might not be your cup of tea, but if you want to roll to the hole with a real professional that can really set you straight, you might want to get down with us. And I'll leave you with this. If the train's coming across the track, ladies and gentlemen, and you don't know you're on the track and you don't hear it coming, would you rather for me to, hey, there's a train coming? Wait. Or would you want me to say, get off the track? You can hate me now, but you'll love me later. Because at the end of the day, I love you, brothers and sisters. And I love everybody on the planet. So I want to leave you with this thought process of having really a pom-pom lifestyle. And that's following the 4 rules of money. Pay yourself first. Get an emergency fund. Increase your credit. Get a Roth IRA. Once you got those basic fundamentals down, ladies and gentlemen, now let's talk about 3 steps to success. Let's talk about getting businesses. Let's talk about getting real estate. And then let's talk to our CPAs, which we have 3 on staff that can leverage your taxes. And in the webinar tomorrow and the other webinar, they'll tell you how to get your earnings tax-free. Y'all get mad at Trump? Y'all get mad at Warren Buffett? There's a little thing called the tax code that was built for business owners because we live in the corporation of the United States of America, which is incorporated. And all we want to do is share this with you. Basic knowledge from people that look like us. And like my friend Ron said, when I interacted with him, who managed $1 billion portfolio for Kraft Foods, he said he was first kind of like, man, this guy looks like me, but I doubt him first. But then I came to the table with all the facts, professionalism, and showing him what he needed to know. And then he broke down. And just like Nick, I got his family an insurance policy back in 2003. He still utilized today that people can't show him a better one. And he's on the way to millionaire status, him and his wife. Facts. Nick, what you got for us, brothers? Because let's give them the information, tell them what we're going to give them, and tell them come join us for the ride, because we're going to rock and roll until April 30th at 11:59 p.m. Central Time. And ladies and gentlemen, we're giving away everything. And I'm never doing it again. I'm going to give you $1,000 a day in products and services if you just hit us up at 866-395-3042. Say, DJ, I rock with you. Or if you're old school or new school, hit Nick at DJTheMoneyCoach.com. Say, Nick, we rock with you. We want the free stuff. And just subscribe to the channel. Help us get to 1,000 subscribers. I don't need it, but it helps with the algorithms, ladies and gentlemen, to share this information with people who really need it. So if you do that, one of those 3, we're going to give away one person every day $1,000 in products and services. I'm not giving you $1,000 cash because I think that's what people are hearing. I'm going to give you $1,000 worth of products and services. Our course, our consultations, our webinars, all of that every day. And then one grand prize winner will get a $10,000 1-year full executive membership. That's well over $10,000 and give you everything we do for the whole year as a grand prize on May 1st. What you got for us, Nick? And we're out, baby. We're gonna be out of here.
Yeah, I actually want to close out with some of these happy anniversary shout outs that we had going on in the comments.
Okay.
So I start from the bottom. This one's a great comment here from live viewers registered for tomorrow's webinar, right? During the show and got on it. So shout out to Beyond Purpose TV.
Oh yeah, read the whole caption. Absolutely.
Yep.
Hey, shout outs.
Yep. Thank you. I registered. I'm responsible for growing my daughter's money and have been stuck due to tech. I will hit the number. I need a real CPA as well. My credit is A1.
Hey, Beyond Purpose TV, we're going to hook you up free with James Lane, CPA extraordinaire par excellence. He actually manages all our stuff for our executive members, and you ain't going to find one better on the planet. And guess what? He looks just like you and me. Ain't that awesome? Congratulations, and make sure you get the special as well, because it'll be well worth the investment. How old is your daughter? Because we actually teach a course. That's amazing too, that you're going to get that also. If your daughter is between 7 to 21, we have a course called Teach Your Child How to Fish and teach about dividend stocks and financial stewardship by our CPA friend, Holly D. Reed. Next one, brother. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. Thank you for supporting the channel, and share it, like it with your friends and family as well.
All right. Shout out to Mr. James Stephen.
Yeah. We've seen James Stevens a couple times. James, you've been signing up for the complimentary consultation, and we get our schedules mixed up. So make sure you get on the calendar again this time, James, and we get down and sit down with you, James. I've seen you several times through emails, and I know you've been busy and I've been busy. Thank you for the anniversary celebration, and make sure we get you plugged in the live webinar tomorrow. And this time when you get on Calendly, that we stick and actually meet finally over Zoom. Thank you very much. Absolutely.
Yep. And one last shout out from our good brother Fred.
Oh yeah, yes. Clemson in the house. That's our brother, man. How's your mom doing, Fred? Fred's an amazing guy. Got a donut business and a very high-end professional at Clemson. Thank you very much, Fred. Fred's been rolling with us since the Urban X days. Thank you very much, man. This is Friday. Any more, man? And everybody, catch us first on Erica Williams' show, Classy Climb, at what time tomorrow, Nick?
This will be 5:30 Central, 6:30 Eastern.
Yep, we'll be on there for about 35-40 minutes. And then at 7 p.m. Central Time, we will go live in our live webinar, giving you everything from A to Z, and you can't afford to miss this. Trust me. No doubt. Absolutely. Big ups to Tish Dow. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Man, yeah, so, hey, man, show 12, awesome age. I have a 12-year-old daughter. She has dividends and all that good stuff, and she's been investing since 7. And she picks her own stocks, Beyond Purpose TV. So you're going to be excited about what we have to show you about that. We're going to show you how to teach your daughter how to become a millionaire at age 13 if you can find a way to put $21 away a month. Can you show that, Nick?
Yep.
$21 a month at a 12% return. Your daughter at 50 will have $1 million in the bank, and you wouldn't be able to stop it. No matter if she failed everything in life, she will have that. Could you get excited about that, Beyond Purpose TV? And we'll also show you how to have it tax-free. But to get that tip, you do have to invest in the special.
There it is.
It'd be well worth it. So yeah, that's pretty. Unless we got some other shouts out, man, we're gonna get out here. Want to thank you guys for the anniversary. On behalf of Nick Westbrooks, the business manager, came from client, the business manager, to investor and partner in 2 years, and we go coast to coast. So again, we would ask you guys to help us get our viewership up to 1,000 people because of the algorithm, because that helps more people get exposed to it. But we make our money, ladies and gentlemen, in the real world. The internet is the real world, but I mean in the business to business world. Most of our money is made by doing corporate trainings for Montgomery Regional Airport, the YMCA, the state of Illinois, the state of Michigan, Lighten Logistics, Federal Reserve. That's how we cut our chops and make our lifestyle. But our passive income has been built to 6 figures through business, real estate, and dividend stocks ever since 2005. So this is really our outlet, our release, and we want to share the information. And we're also competitors, and that's why we wear these baseball caps, because you know success is a team sport, ladies and gentlemen, and that's the 7 spheres of money. So I thank you. I wish you a pom-pom lifestyle that's plenty of money and peace of mind, and we want you to come join us on the beaches of the World Club. And your beach don't have to be an ocean. It can be wherever you find freedom and tranquility. God bless. I'm DJ the Money Coach. I'll see you live tomorrow on Erica Williams' show at 5:30 Central PM time. But most importantly, if you're ready to get plugged in and get your life right, or get to the next level, a 7-figure net worth or 7-figure income, come to our free webinar at 7 p.m. Central time tomorrow. And we'll also do another one on the 28th of April. And get yourself plugged in and get qualified for that $1,000 a day giveaway. And hopefully you'll be that grand prize winner of $10,000 of products and services, not cash, but products and services that are well worth every dollar invested. So thank you for the happy anniversary shouts out. Thank you for everybody. If we didn't say thank you to our partners, let me make sure that they understand that we appreciate them, from Melvin to Dr. Hollowell to Leonard Ray to Clarence to James Lane to Paul Bax to Nisha to Renee as well. And if I miss somebody, I apologize, but we love you guys. And thank you for sharing, liking, and subscribing to this amazing platform. And next year, this time, we're going to be 100x than where we are today, because we're just getting started. We're new at this, but we are going to win because we want you to win. Thank you, and God bless.
Hey, good night.